Have you ever wondered how people make these photos that look like you're floating in midair? Well, today I'll show you how.
Okay, the setup. For this you need three things. You need a picture of you sitting on something, you need a picture of the scene blank with everything removed, and a tripod that hopefully nobody's trying to move on you.
What are you doing, Eves? Don't move that. I need that there.
Now that you got that set up, we're bringing everything into Photoshop. Now either you go from Lightroom or you just bring them directly in. You have to bring both images into Photoshop and layer them one on top of each other. Okay, so now I have them both in. So I'm just gonna go have my base layer here. Now I'm gonna go to my other image and I'm gonna copy it. Oops, copy it. Now go back to the base layer and hit Command V. Now it's on top. Now what we're gonna do is add a mask. Now if you remember before, with your mask tool, you can mask or conceal with the black brush parts of the image. And that's what we're doing here. So I'm just setting up my brush, pretty hard brush, maximum flow, and make sure this is set on black to conceal. And there I go. I'm just painting away the stump that I'm sitting on to reveal the image that's underneath, which is my blank layer. Just zoom in here. Now this will be specific to your image, whatever you're trying to float, so I'll just speed this up a little bit here. And that is essentially the basics of how you make a floating image. The rest will all be just personal touches. Okay, see here, there's a little bit of a hard edge because we used a hard brush, so you can just use the brush but reduce the flow and reduce the hardness, and I can just brush over those spots where there's like a harsh edge, and then it just kind of blends it in and softens it with the rest of the image. You can do this for whatever parts of the image you feel need a little softening. Okay, now the rest of this is just all personal touches. I like to add these little lines here. I found this just on a stock site. It's just like a little light flare. And I'm setting my blending mode to screen, and that just gets rid of all the black and makes it lightening, and you can lower the opacity. You can also add a mask again and the brush tool to just try and blend it in and take the edges off wherever you feel. The exact same thing we did when we were removing the stump. You'll find that after you use Photoshop for a while, there's just like a handful of stuff you do again and again. And here I'm just using a different brush. This is a fog brush to add just like a little bit of a smoke effect on the bottom here. If you don't know where to find these brushes, you can just search on Google like Photoshop brushes, or a website I use all the time is called Brush Easy. And they have sparkle brushes, fog brushes, cloud brushes, all sorts of things if you just want to add that. And just like I did before, I'm using a really soft brush and just getting rid of this like hard line from this fog that I added. We'll just increase the flow a little bit more. And you see I'm just taking the edge off so it blends in the image. And I might do a little bit around the feet also, just to take the edge off the image. Okay, now I'm hitting Shift Option Command E to make an image here, converting it to a smart object. So smart object, I can always go back and redo things. Okay. Now if you don't know, this camera raw filter within Photoshop does everything that Lightroom does. I mean, you don't have to do this step. You can just hit save and it'll save in your Lightroom project. You can make all your adjustments in there. I've just gotten into the habit of using this right in Photoshop, so it's something I do. And that's pretty much it. That's how you make yourself float and stylize.
Okay, that's the whole tutorial for you guys. I hope you liked it. Just want to say a special thanks to Eva for helping me out today. Bye!